what's happening, man? Y'all already know what it is. This is Twice Talk, and we are listener supported by 91.5, the Rebel, HD2, Las Vegas, the broadcast service of UNLV. Oak got the day off, but we have one of the greatest ones in the building to do it, man. We got Yowda here with us. How we feeling today?
Man, we feeling great, blessed, man. You already know what to do.
Oh, excellent, excellent. See, I like that word you said, blessed, because, you know, when you bless, you highly favored, man, and we like those favors to come from the high.
Oh, man, I get a lot of favors from the Most High, man.
Indeed, indeed. So, man, so you got a lot of stuff going on, so we got to ask you first. So what's the most exciting thing, or the thing you're most excited about, I should say, right now?
Man, just this year in general, I'm excited about, man. I got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of projects coming.
Yeah?
Yeah, a lot of work. I've been doing a lot of work, so I feel like everything I've been doing is going to pay off this year.
Yeah? So what kind of payoffs are we thinking about?
Man, I'm talking about bank-wise, you
Oh,
the
check.
The check coming in,
that check.
man.
Okay. So when you're doing your projects and stuff like that, so are we expecting an album? We want some mixtapes?
Definitely.
What are we expecting,
You know,
on the album? It's for the ladies, for the fellas, for the hood. What's going on?
I've been exploring myself a little more, man. So, you know, I got some things coming for the ladies, man. I got a lot of songs coming for the ladies. I'm slowing it down a little bit.
Yeah.
I got
what kind of requests they be asking for?
Oh, they like me. I'm a big guy, so you know they like the teddy bear to come out. Right now I've got Gang Unit finna drop, so that's the grizzly bear. You feel me? But you know I'm finna let the teddy bear come out a little bit.
Okay.
Well, maybe a panda bear. Maybe not all the way teddy. Maybe a panda bear or something like that.
We got all kind of bears and zoos in the building.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So what they be asking you to rap about? Taking them out or
Nah, you know, usually it's just like if I do drop a song talking about the ladies or something like that, you know what I'm saying, I get pretty good feedback. You know what I'm saying? So even I was on the phone with Wale like 3 weeks ago and he had heard some songs and he was like, man, that's your lane, you should try that. So
man, you know, I would see you doing real well with it, cause
yeah.
I be watching you and a lot of chicks do be digging you.
Yeah, they do. They like me. They like me for sure, you know.
Okay. So you said what's the name of your album you about to drop?
Gang Unit.
Gang Unit?
Gang Unit.
So what inspired the Gang Unit?
Just from like the harassment of the police and stuff in my area, stuff like that. So
yeah.
Just let them know I'm doing something positive. I'm throwing it back in their face. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. So when you say throwing it back in their face so far as something positive, you mean pertaining to like
just the music and
the way
the
you
music,
add its value to the society?
Yeah, the music, the growth. You know what I mean? Like I'm not the same person I am right now as I was before when I started. So you know, I'm just I'm growing. So you know, I'm letting them know that
Most definitely.
It's all music right now.
So what would you say the most growth is from that you had when you started?
Basically maturity.
Yeah.
Maturity, and you know my lyrics have gotten a lot better. I rap a lot better now than I used to. But basically, maturity comes with the game. You know, anything you do for a while and you learn a lot more. You know, when it comes with it. You know, it's just the game. You know what I mean? So, just perfecting my craft.
Yeah. So, I was talking, through the grapevine, speaking about you, and a lot of people were skeptical about you making that transition into music, and now that they're seeing a lot of you flourish, coming out with a lot of new work, and it's getting better and better. What would you tell those people? What would you tell those people
they should have seen it coming, man?
Should have seen it coming, man.
They should have seen it coming, man. I tried to tell you, yeah. You know, whatever I put my mind to, usually I accomplish. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't had too many failures in my life, so.
Oh yeah. What? So besides music, what would you say your best skill is?
Man, I don't do that no more. That's why I tell you, you feel me? Wait. We done trapping, man. We done trapping, man. You feel me? So, yeah, so we on the bigger and better things right now.
So
man.
what?
Other than that, man, it was just in the kitchen. You feel me?
Yeah, in the kitchen.
You know
I was thinking he was gonna tell me something like an instrument or something.
Nah, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but we do got the tool. Okay, so here goes another question for you. Your biggest challenge at the moment. What kind of challenges would you say you have the most of?
Man, it's just staying focused.
Oh, for real? You get a lot of distractions?
I mean, life is a big distraction. You know what I'm saying? And then like
money machine.
I thought I turned my ringer off, man. And I'm on live, man. Hold on, my bad about that. But yeah, it's just staying positive, man. Staying positive and and doing the things you need to do in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, the more successful you get, the more things come at you.
For sure.
You know what I mean? That's why a lot of people, like, get to a certain place in their career and then they fall off because they can't handle the success. So, you know what I'm saying? Just, just handling everything that comes with the music industry.
When you say handle it, what would be the best way to handle, a lot of those pressures without falling?
Just staying true to yourself.
Think that's all you need.
That's all you need.
True to yourself.
Yeah, you stay true to yourself and you're a real individual. Everything will fall into place for you.
Man, let me tell you, there's been a few real individuals that fell from grace because they were too real. Because if you say you being real to somebody, you keep being real to them, yet they're not ready for your realness. Because everyone has.
But say if you keep it 100% real with yourself, you gonna build everybody else around you.
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I stay real to myself and take care of myself, then everybody else around me is gonna get taken care of too. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's live right there. That's live for sure. So, speaking of success, how do you remain humble throughout success?
Man, it's easy for me because I was successful before music, just in life in general.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people who don't keep it real with themselves or act funny after that is because maybe they didn't have nothing before, so they don't know how to act. Or they ain't keeping it real with themselves. Just like I said, man, it's easy to keep it real. It's free to keep it real.
It's free to keep it. It
don't cost you no money.
Sometimes it cost me. They cost me a couple relationships keeping it real.
Man, it wasn't meant to be around. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It wasn't meant to be around, man. Everything happens for a reason, I believe.
Okay.
So that's just what that is.
Okay, so I got a shout out to Cannon for you, man. And this is for you. This is for the people that want to get close to you, but want to make sure to stay on your good side. So, what's one thing that always makes you go, bruh, come on, man?
Stupidity, man. I hate
like, give me an example.
I'm growing right now. I really ain't too much of a people person. You know what I'm saying? I'm
kind
of
people person.
Nah, man.
You in the people industry.
That's what I'm getting at. So,
that's what I'm getting
at. You feel me? So. Stupid questions when people ask the same question over, or people sometimes people will just want to ask you a question that they know the answer to, and it's just to talk to you, and I'm like, come on, bro.
Well, you sound like this guy Perk right here, our engineer.
Yeah,
he always says,
well, I'm feeling Perk right now, and I ain't talking about no pill. You know what I'm saying?
That was a good one. Hey, he always says that there is some things that are just common sense. And
yeah, but common sense ain't common.
Well, first off, common sense is taught. Someone taught me the common sense, and if no one didn't show me or told me, I probably wouldn't be aware of it.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think it comes natural.
So this quote, I'm kind of getting off what I wanted to talk about, but this quote came up the other day. He said, "Leadership starts with awareness," and then his quote or his response was, "That's common sense to me." I said, "Bruh, how is that common sense? Is it? Would you say that's a common sense kind of thought?"
To a leader.
To a leader, right? That's what he said. I said, but everybody's not a leader.
No, everybody's not. But it's just it's just the positions in life you get, and everybody needs to play their position. It's like a football team. Everybody ain't a quarterback. Somebody got to be the nose guard. Somebody got to be the nose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with life.
So speaking of leadership, and so what would you say the difference between a leader and a boss is?
A leader is somebody that will do the same thing you're asking your fellow patrons to do.
Okay.
Like, okay, we finna go to war. All right, I'm gonna see y'all later. Nah, we finna go to war. Come on, you know what I mean?
If a leader gonna run with you.
You gonna run with him, yeah.
Yeah, that's trill right there for sure. And so that may take a lot of people out of leadership.
Yeah, because you gotta understand something. Like, and people talk about a boss, you know what I mean?
And everybody talk they want to be that.
I want to be a boss, but every boss has a boss.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Every boss has a boss. Every boss has to answer to somebody somewhere.
Yeah, and if they're not, they answer to the people.
But a leader is strictly for the people.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
We might have to write that one down. Leadership is for the people.
Yeah, leadership is for the people.
Yeah. I hope y'all take down that gym right there.
Being a boss is kind of selfish at times. You have to be selfish when you're a boss. When you're a leader, you're not.
You got to be selfish when you're the boss.
You got to be. When you're a boss, you got to be selfish. When you're a leader, you're strictly for the people. A leader will sacrifice more than a boss will.
Most definitely. Most definitely. And I believe that's what leadership is about, almost having to sacrifice. Being flexible.
Yeah, guaranteed.
Okay, we got some boss-like talk right here. We call it boss talk over here. Okay, so I got something for you, man. Speaking of boss talk, this quote right here from one of my favorite movies, Scarface. It says, "First you get the money, everybody else knows it. Then you get the power, then you get the respect." Why does it go like that in that order?
I don't believe that.
Well,
you could be broke. You could be broke and still have respect.
Okay.
You know, you can be broke and have respect, and then and if you have respect, then you got a little bit of power. It's broke niggas that can call shots all day.
Yeah.
Because people respect, man, that's the homie. He ain't got no money, but I believe in his cause or what he's standing for. And then you get some money, then it just adds to it.
Which one would you say comes first, or what scenario? Okay. Which one would you say comes first?
The respect.
Respect comes first, then the money, then the power.
Respect, power, then the money.
Oh, so you get the power before you get the money.
I believe so.
Oh.
Because you can have a lot of money and then you won't know what to do with it. Just because you got some money don't mean you got some power. It's people with money get ran over all the time.
There's people with money that's so.
You can get money and still be a chump.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
they call them corn dogs, weenies with bread.
Yeah.
But that's crazy to me, because I've seen people with money, and everyone that has money always feel like they should have the power, and then a lot of people really listen to it. I haven't seen somebody.
Yeah, but it's temporary. If you're a cornball, you're a cornball. So if you get some money and you got a little bit of power or something, it's temporary, man. Like people start looking through the scene in between that, and looking over, and then picking you apart.
Okay. So that sounds about right too. Yeah. For real, man. I appreciate you for dropping that knowledge on me. I need to bring my book.
Yeah, come on, bring it. You need to write notebook out. Somebody needs to write some of this stuff down. I almost cussed. I caught myself. I almost cussed.
All right, so me and Oak were having a conversation one day, and I asked her. We were talking about respect. And I asked her what would be the second most popular thing people lose respect for others for. If the first, so if I said the first one was lying,
dishonesty, and when you think of somebody in a certain way and they prove you wrong,
ain't that low key dishonesty?
What if I don't lie to you? What if I don't ever tell you I'm this type of guy? You just assume it.
And that's how you lose respect.
Yeah, like what if you with a homie, he never tells you he gangster at all, but then you get into a situation and he shows you that he ain't gangster, then it's just like, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Disappointment. Dishonesty and disappointment.
Okay. So that's what. So disappointment makes you lose respect. What about this? I said the second thing was being too available. You have when you're too available for somebody, doesn't it seem like they start taking you for granted?
Then that means I don't think so. I mean, it's good to you talking about in a relationship wise.
Yeah.
So a man and a woman.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know about that, man. Because what if you just enjoy being around a person, enjoy a person's company?
How often does it happen though?
I mean, you're human. Every human wants a companion.
Well, I'm talking about, say you kicking it.
So you kicking it with a girl. You kicking it with a girl, and you feel me? If you don't value her time, then you
always has your time. Then she starts thinking your time ain't as valuable as it actually
is. Man, if you kicking it with a shorty and she always got your time, you might need to do something with yourself.
You might need to do something else.
You know what I mean? I got a motto, man. I hate when a chick ain't busy, you know?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you gotta have something to do every now and then or something.
Maybe every day, huh?
Yeah, something.
He said, I hate when she ain't busy. Okay, yeah. I can
and then she gonna bug you.
You know what? That's right. Mm-hmm. For sure. So I'm gonna get back to some respect and some power. But we want to talk about you a little bit. So,
Come on.
what we got? What we got going coming up? The next
Next
show. What's going on?
South by Southwest is coming up.
Okay, wait, hold that thought. Excuse me one moment. We gotta hear a word from our sponsor. We'll be right back.
I bet.
Okay, we back tuned in.
We back.
So, Yowda, man, what kind of projects? What kind of what's the next move for the upcoming couple months, couple weeks?
I got Gang Unit dropping.
You said South by Southwest.
South by Southwest is coming up.
What you plan on doing there? You gonna perform out there?
Yeah, I'm booked a couple times out there.
What it feel like when you on stage, man? Like what kind of? You still get nervous or anything?
Nah, that part's over with.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, that part's over with. I'm just trying to share my energy with the crowd. I'm just trying to, you know what I mean? I just want them to feel where I'm coming from. You know what I'm saying?
So when you on stage and you got
I'm on stage. My whole objective on stage is to gain another fan.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it's, I don't care if I get on stage and I just gain one, then I did my job. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah. That's dope for sure. So you got like so you say your message is changing, you know?
Well, not necessarily message changing. It's just like I'm getting a little more creative. You know what I'm saying? I had a little time to sit down and really, like, I would say reconstruct myself. But I've been making a little different, more music, just a little more up to date, more. You know what I'm saying? Talking about more like it's either I'm talking about something fun or I'm talking about me.
Okay.
You know, instead of just the basic trapping and I'm just dope boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
So what? So
just getting a little more into myself.
So from your new situations and your new music, who's your inspiration? Goodness gracious.
To just growth.
Who? Do you have like a certain individual that's your inspiration?
No, nothing like that.
Never?
It's just you gotta grow. You know what I'm saying? Life is
Everybody gets inspired by somebody.
Man, shoot, I had to sit down for a second because of the law enforcement. So you know that
they inspired you to chill out.
They inspired me to get my act together. You know what I'm saying, and do what I need to do to make you know what I'm saying, things pop off a little more. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Excellent. So when going to South by South, that's next week or something? 2 weeks from now?
Yeah, 2 weeks from now. I just got a phone call about it today. I really didn't want to go, but.
So why you don't want to go?
It's just too much. It's just a lot out there, man. It's a lot of walking around. I feel like it's oversaturated right now.
I low key think there's a lot of people that just go out there just to go.
Yeah, it's gonna be a million people out there with CDs and just doing a lot. I think it's oversaturated. I don't think it's doing what it's supposed to do. Well, I feel like it's a big party. Plus, it's like a sausage fest, man. It's like 95% dudes out there. You know what
for real?
Yeah.
Chicks don't even go no more.
I mean, I've been going for years. I ain't never seen too many chicks go out there.
Sheesh.
You gotta bring your own sugar to that party.
You gotta bring your own sand to the beach this time. Yeah. That's crazy. I thought they all out there in the South.
I mean, there is, but I mean, don't know chicks want to be around a whole bunch of dudes trying to pass out CDs and stuff like that. Like
I feel that.
Chicks want to have fun, man. They want to enjoy themselves and hang out. They don't want to be. Plus, it's a lot of walking and it's raining. You know, girls get their hair done. They don't want the weaves to be messed up.
The weaves.
Yeah, because you're gonna walk outside in the rain. Every year, South by Southwest, it rains, and you walking outside. So,
every year.
Every year. It ain't a year that it ain't rained that I've been there.
So they just asked you to perform today.
Well, today they're telling me I had to go down there, so. I'm like, all right, so I'll be down there.
So what's your favorite project you've been working on, or that you have worked on? Period.
Probably like this. Not this one. The Gang Unit I'm dropping is all me. There's no features on it. None. Not one. The next one I drop after Gang Unit is gonna be like I got a lot of features from people in the industry that I didn't work with, so I'm dropping that one after Gang Unit. Then You Feel Me is gonna drop. And when I drop You Feel Me, like every song on there has a feature.
Gang Unit's
just me by myself.
But it's not a mixtape album.
Basically everything's an album because I put everything on iTunes, Apple Music, Tidal, like everything goes out the way it's supposed to. So I hit every avenue. I drop it on all the mixtape sites and all.
Yeah, man, we need to get that too, man.
I got the clean versions for you.
I need that.
We got the clean versions for you.
I need that, man, for
real. So that's dropping, and then I'm dropping You Feel Me. Then I got another project dropping after that. I ain't named it yet, but I got my next 3 projects done.
Yeah, finish.
Yeah, my next 3
I
projects
be
are finished.
seeing you live. You be really in the studio
Yeah,
almost every day,
yeah,
huh?
you got to. You got to. You know what I'm
Do
saying?
you have like a different mentality in the studio opposed to on the stage or anything like that?
I mean, when I'm in the studio, it's like real like business, strictly business. I don't really have too much bull going on in the studio. Usually we there to work.
Mm-hmm.
I don't be having a bunch of chicks around, nothing like that. You know what
Or
I'm saying?
never. You don't be.
Nah, I'm not really into that really because they're just around to be around. So it's just
Not
like
to set the vibe or nothing, but you really
nah,
there to get
because
it. Get it
whatever
done.
vibe I'm feeling, like I usually
Okay.
get vibes from the beats.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So just a lot of people sitting around. I'd rather a couple homeboys be in there. I would like a couple homeboys in the studio that rap. I'd rather have that around because they gonna voice their opinion on what I got going on or not.
Mm-hmm.
Some chicks in there, they ain't gonna do nothing but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You got some liquor? Ain't no liquor. We got some weed. It's like man, somebody get her out of here.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there thinking about the next bar I need to say. She asking about a real bar. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool.
Hey, Perk, you have something you want to ask him up?
Yeah. Being that you mentioned that you were successful for the music, is that where your creativity come from?
Yeah, a
Wow.
lot of it. Yeah.
Because usually, if you ain't too successful before music, then you basically like really controlled, and then this boxing can't really touch different things. So is that why you able to bring new things in and have fun? You basically having fun because you already done had that success. Versus
Yeah,
other
yeah,
people, they're working right now. You having fun. That's why I feel like you must make your best work when you having fun.
I feel like that too. As long as you enjoy what you're doing, then you know what I'm saying. It's always a plus. You know what I'm saying. I don't ever go to the studio and be like, man, I don't feel like going to the studio today. You know what I'm saying. I don't ever have that thought, or I don't feel like doing something.
Yeah.
You know, nah, not when it comes to being in the studio.
You ain't never had a thought where you just didn't want to be there.
Other things that has to do with the music industry or like dealing with certain people. Maybe I'm like, I don't want to deal with this fool. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the work, as far as the real work, nah, I ain't never had that thought. So I enjoy.
So
what
you
I'm
really
doing.
be getting after it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. I like that.
So by then being South by South, what was that? Was this a little? I noticed that you just dropped a video, as what was the what's F rap?
F the radio.
F the radio.
F the radio. Yeah.
F the radio. My bad. I
Yeah.
I
apologize.
wanted to
F the
ask
radio.
about that. Yes.
Was that a little promotion, little thing by being Southwest, and you
Nah, I
dropped it a
actually
little bit?
like that whole song came about, man. Well, I did that song and I recorded that in like Cleveland, Ohio. I was in the studio out there. I recorded that song, and it was just like one day I was just vibing to it. That song wasn't really. I had performed it one time in St. Louis, and
How'd that go?
Ross was there. No, they asked like Sam Sneak, the DJ, just played it.
Mm.
So I performed it. When I performed it, they asked me to run it back. Like the crowd was like, man, play that again, run that in. That fool hard. You know, it was yelling at the crowd. So Ross was like, man, play that again. He's like, you need to shoot a video for that. We're going to run with it. So that's how that really came about. I really wasn't thinking
that's
about
live.
that like that. Yeah.
Okay.
So and one of your thoughts in that song was, and you brought it to our attention as well. You said that you weren't trying to deal with a label. Like,
Nah.
So let's first off, why would
Nah, but I had
why would
plenty
you
of
wanna
meetings.
do
I
that?
had plenty of meetings with him. Like I had a meeting with Universal. I had a meeting with Atlantic. Like a while ago when I first dropped and I had that single with YG popping.
Yeah.
I mean, it just didn't seem like the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't come into the rap game broke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
And that's how they try to get you.
It wasn't necessary. Like when I went for the meeting, the people were like, "Well, you already got jewelry, you already got the cars, so we don't have to." I'm like, "What?" Yeah, we're gonna throw parties. We'll have a lot of chicks around you and make it seem like they really build you up. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what they said in the meeting.
Yeah. They told me the whole game plan, but I was like, I don't really need none of that. So, and they really wasn't talking what I wanted to hear anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it was just I was really, to keep it real. When I went to those couple meetings, I really went to just see what they was talking about.
Right. Of course.
You know
You just
like,
go see what they really on.
Turn nothing down. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
when I went up there to holler at them, they gave me that. Then I had been dealing with Ross for a while, and he just offered a situation that I really couldn't turn down. And he hooked me up with Empire. So my distribution is I get a check every month.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying. And then like with my situation, I can help other people out that are around me. You know what I'm saying. Give them the same situation I got. So. It
that's
makes
live.
sense. You know what I'm saying?
That's live. So we were, Las Vegas is about to get a lot of sports teams out here.
Mm-hmm.
It's about to get really booming. How would you feel if a record label came out here? Would it help Vegas? Would it hurt Vegas?
As far as a record label, like what?
Well, there's no really major labels out here. There's like
Yeah, but the labels are kind of like universal. Like they're kind of like everywhere. Like if you sign to a label, like you sign to Atlantic, you know they kind of.
but Atlantic's based out of Atlanta.
No.
Right? So Def Jam is in Atlanta. Excuse me.
No, Def Jam in New York.
Oh, I get another hook. I got 2 hooks.
I think Epic is in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's it. But see, it don't matter where they at, cause you know what I'm saying. It's just like I don't think. Yeah, they could be playing at one place, but I mean, you know, they're everywhere. I don't think a record label is gonna do nothing. Like it's got to be an artist. It's got to be an artist to come out of here. I mean, the football players. I mean, it's gonna be a good thing. You're gonna have the Las Vegas Raiders. Them dudes better come with their A game though, man. You know,
yeah.
Vegas is a tricky place, man.
Well, what makes it tricky?
I mean, just the way, you know, Vegas is different from any other city, man. So them dudes better come out here with their A game, man, because there's a lot of chicks and a lot of tricks going on out here, man.
Chicks, a lot of tricks.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't know. Better be that focused. Is what
I
you're
mean,
talking
yeah,
about.
you know, I didn't have so many. You know how many partners I didn't have come out to Vegas and be like, man, somebody done got me for my jury.
Woo, woo, woo.
Somebody done got, it's a bunch of rappers that done came out here and got. You know what I'm saying? Like for real.
Like Trick, you mean?
Man, I'm talking about
like,
boy.
tap
Like
in,
I ain't even gonna give names, but this has been a bunch of. I done got a bunch of phone calls, man, talking about. Man, so and so got my jury, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's just a whole nother ball game as far as the hustle comes out here. Like it ain't too many cities that operate like Las Vegas do. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, and it's blinded. People are blinded because of the lights, but
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like them dudes better be ready. Them, the coaches, everybody. You know what I'm saying?
The
Like,
coaches, right?
I'm talking about, man. It's finna be. I'll tell you like this. Some people finna go broke, and some people finna get rich.
Some people
And
finna
I
go
feel
broke.
like that's a major problem why it's hard for a rapper to get out of here. It's because the messages that we be saying and the lives we be trying to get them to see that's really out here, they don't believe
People
due
don't
to the
understand it.
only things they only see on TV is the lights, the strip. So they don't understand that it's a dark side beyond them lights. You know, it get dark behind Las Vegas Boulevard. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, people don't
it
understand
ain't as
that.
bright all
Right.
through
It
the
get
city
dark
all
behind
like
the
that. So I
boulevard,
feel like that's why
Right on Koval.
a lot of people ain't able to accept or rap y'all on some trap. We can't really because they like, oh, West Vegas ain't nobody really going on.
Yeah, but you gotta. I be telling them fools like, man, you got when you come to my city, man. All these cats in these foreigns, we ain't got no teams. We ain't got no teams. We ain't got no athletes. We ain't got no, real
Right.
rappers around here. So all these cats you see around here in these foreigns and these jewelry and these gold chains, these dudes got this off the streets.
Absolutely.
You know, they got this off the hustle. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? So I'm like, where do you think these came from? I don't think you go to any other city and find more street dudes riding foreigns or, you know what I'm saying, or nothing like that. You won't go to no other city.
Ain't no other city.
Nah,
You
because
know-
every other city got athletes and basketball, football, baseball.
Okay.
You know, them the fools pulling up in the Porsches,
Absolutely.
race, and all that stuff like that. You come out here, you know, it's fools been in the block left and right, and Benzes and Forgies, you know what I'm saying, left and right. Like, it's an abundance of that going on out here. And we ain't got no sports team.
Absolutely. Going back to what do you feel that Vegas is missing when it comes to rap or music? Period. What do you feel
Just
like
the support.
we miss?
Just the support. Like,
Of one another.
Yeah, the Bay Area has a stupid support.
Atlanta.
Like, Atlanta has a stupid support.
The South,
New York,
period,
you know
yep.
what I'm saying? It's a lot of support. That's all it's missing. But like,
Yeah,
and then, like-
that's all. That's key.
it is. But I don't. Like I said, and Vegas is a different place. Like, people really hustle out here. So a lot of the artists that's getting on right now, they're not doing nothing but rapping.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? You might. It's hard because I might drop a cool little song, get the buzzing around town. You know, now Shorty want to choose up and start paying me some bread. Now my focus is going all off the rap, and I'm doing this because
Yeah.
this is bringing me more bread in. You know what I'm saying? Other cities don't really have that too many problems. They just focus on rapping. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of distractions here, and people don't get that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to stay focused. Like, Vegas has more distractions, I think, than any other city.
So for these artists and these athletes that are about to come out here, what would be the biggest temptation that they
It's just
We'll
women.
probably
It's
see.
just women, money, and partying.
a partying?
Women, money, and partying. You know what I'm saying? That's
Man, let me
just
tell
women,
you.
money, and partying.
I got that distraction sometimes too. They be coming.
I mean, it's in a man's nature to want a lot of stuff that we chase. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta stay focused.
Oh, okay. So shout out to Kenneth. Best advice you got this year?
Stay focused.
Oh yeah,
Stay
but
focused.
you got that advice last year too. So
Man, I got that. I'm gonna have that advice next year. You can't have nothing if you don't stay
some
focused.
daily,
You
huh?
feel me? Yeah, man.
Okay. So here we go. If I were to tell you 5 things that makes people listen, I want you to tell me which one is the most powerful and why.
I bet. Come on.
Okay, so what you know,
Okay.
who you know, what you've done, what you can do, and how you have lived. Which one has the most power pertaining to getting somebody to listen to you?
Kind of a couple of them, man. I gotta pick one.
You gotta pick one. Okay, which two?
Because look,
stand out
let's say you say how you lived,
yeah.
and what you can do is kind of like the same thing.
They fall into one
Like,
another.
you feel me?
They-
Like, he done done it. He can still do it. He's still doing it. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
Like, so that kind of fall up in the same thing. But I think that's the most important. If I know somebody who did it, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
And
I'm
that-
gonna listen to him. Like, he did it. He's still doing it. Like,
Okay.
man, lace me up real quick. What's going on over here? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I
So
think that'd
you
be
wouldn't
the
say
best
what you know, or that kind of. If you done it, you probably know it as well.
What you know, but see, that kind of falls under the category too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Look, I got people on my live commenting, man, right now.
What they talking
Somebody said how you live,
about?
which is not true.
How
I'm
you-
gonna tell you why.
Me too.
Because I've known, like, let's say major D boys that live like they broke. I know I had a cousin who used to dress up in a painter's uniform every day,
but really
and
getting
he
it.
was selling. You know, he was making so much money, it was ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you can trick with somebody with how you live. I walk through the airport all the time with no jewelry on or nothing like that, with a hood on. Nobody.
Yeah.
And then people see me like, you know, if they don't know, they're like, you rap? I be like, yeah. Then they be like, oh. But then they see me on Instagram, and you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's basically what you know, man, and what you're doing.
That's cold. That's cold right there.
Who else on here? But yeah, we'll go from there.
That's cold right there for sure.
Album coming soon.
So yeah, we'll be right back. We got to hear another word from our sponsor. Oh yeah, and then we're gonna get back to this movie, folks. All right, yo, man. You guys know we got Yowda in the building, man, and we got to get a little personal with you. We got to get your fans to know a little bit more
Come
about
on,
you,
man. Let's get personal, man. Let's get personal.
So first off, it's for the ladies. So
For the ladies.
yeah,
I love my black women.
yeah, me too. So what's the first thing
Ouija
you
said
look
that's
at?
my problem.
Hey, so what is the first thing you look at when you looking at a lady?
Hands and feet.
Hands and feet.
Out the gate. Hands, feet, here. I do a quick inspection, like boom, boom, boom. Like, out the gate.
And they gotta be on point.
Yeah, man. I don't, dirty
Yeah, man.
dirty fingernails is like dirty hands and feet is like, it's the most like.
Okay, one thing that is an absolute must, or one thing that's absolute must with or a deal breaker, I should say. One deal breaker, where you be like, I can't deal with you.
Hell.
That sounds a little. That sounds like somebody on the stream might have it. Huh?
Hygiene, or just somebody that don't take care of themselves, man.
Yeah.
Hygiene, not taking care of herself. A lady that don't take care of herself, man. It's just kind of like, you know how to say cleanliness is next to godliness.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's crazy you said that, because I hear a quote, or actually I came up with this quote, and I'd like to know your take on it since you said it. I said cleanliness is next to godliness, or if that's the case, optimism is the perception of godliness. Would you agree, or what would be the perceptions of how a God sees things?
Kinda, cause you got you keep. I feel like whatever you put into the air is like you gotta have positive energy all the time. You know what I'm saying? I try to keep positive thoughts about everything. So, and I feel like that's why things work out in my favor.
Cause you think about the solution.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I feel like optimism is the perception of godliness. Cause when God creates, He creates it with the best intentions at heart, and that He sees the most that could happen. Not with the destruction or what else it could be. What else bad that could happen. So
I agree with that.
Okay. So, what's the moment that you felt like you were a professional or walked into that realm of
First time I got paid.
First time you got paid.
When you get paid to do whatever you do, you professional. I don't care what it is. When you paid to do it.
First time I got the check. You remember what you did with the first check?
First time I got paid for something?
Yeah, what'd you do with it?
Oh, my first money?
Yeah.
It was so little it didn't even matter. Like, I think I did a show. I think I did a show for like $200 or something like that.
Oh yeah.
It didn't even matter. It was like, man, I got paid though.
You was geek.
You know what I'm saying? And it was to the point where I think I did the show for $200, and the motherfucker was like, "Where you going?" I was like, "Man, I'm finna go do the show. They just paid me. You feel me? They just paid me. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, they like, oh, they paid you? Yeah, they paid me. What they pay you? Man, I gotta go. We finna walk in right now. You feel me? Yeah, it was so little. You know what I'm saying? It didn't even matter. You know what I'm saying? First time, but then that right there was, you know what I'm saying, it was like, okay, this is real. I didn't got paid to do something. Like my very first feature, you know what I'm saying, it was like, okay, somebody believed in me enough to pay me for what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Made you take it serious.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
You got to. Once dollar bills get involved, it's a whole nother ballgame.
Absolutely.
Before that, it's a hobby.
What other professionals, what other artists is y'all listening to right now?
Man, I'm listening to Ouija Whack, Quake. That's about it.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
This is my nigga, my partners in the squad, man.
Yeah.
That's another thing that I've been seeing, and I like to give props for that. As you've been prevailing, you've been bringing people with you. You know, you've been really,
man.
really keeping a foundation. And I like that.
Man.
Yeah, definitely.
We got some stuff in the pop off this year, man. This year finna be a good year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
because right, it ain't been that I seen an artist that has broke the ground like you have in the city. Not since I've been, being in here alive, listening to music like that. And like I say, it could have been easy for you to just bubble and get on. You feel me? That would have been like what I feel like the average person would have done, being that ain't nobody did it, tried to hold all the success to himself. But you
what's success if it ain't shared?
That true.
True. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Man,
that's not success.
You're absolutely right.
Reality right there.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you can't help other people get to where you are, then you're not successful, bro.
Right. Sharing that platform, allowing people to experience it definitely, and then I feel like that also keeps a lot of jealousy out of the equation too. Then
it does out of your equation, but you know how these haters be, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
But everybody that don't like me ain't never even had a conversation with me, so it don't even.
Right.
So you know how that go.
Right.
People hate what they don't understand.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
My goodness. Hey, y'all writing any of this down? Are y'all taking these notes, man?
We finna hold this. I'm finna say this on my live.
So the genre of music you guys are playing, what would you say? What's the lane?
The genre of music we doing?
Yeah.
As far as like you saying like
trap,
hip-hop.
what you hip hop, what we gonna
it's just I feel like it's just gangster music, man.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of gangster music.
I mean, it's always ears.
I make a couple songs for the ladies, but them ladies love gangsters, man.
Absolutely.
They love gangsters. They feel like this feels safe. Like they feel
I ain't
secure.
gonna lie, man. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? A lot of 90% of the chicks I end up messing with be like, you ain't my type, because I'm chubby, bald headed and stuff, but I'm a gangster, man, and they love gangsters, man.
And then that's just what
it is, man. They love gangsters.
Hey, that's just what it is.
So by you being up under, Ross and getting to be able to sing, what is some things that you take from and,
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I'd sit back and observe that dude, and I learn a lot. I learn a lot from him and just learn a lot from being around people in the industry, period. Lots of do's and don'ts, a lot of stuff you think is like some sucker stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
A lot of stuff is like...
What's one thing that most people wouldn't realize or understand or they wouldn't know. That's like don't.
In the music industry?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. Like I had a dude named Big Block. He the one who brought Ross out and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? He brought Jeezy out, Boys in the Hood back in the day, like all that stuff. He was like, man, you know all that stuff you learned in the streets about keeping it real, keeping it loyal. He was like, yeah. He said that's only with your immediate crew. That ain't got nothing to do with nobody else in the music industry.
Really?
And that was probably the biggest lesson I learned because.
And everybody think like that.
Because sometimes you expect a lot more from these artists than what's given. You know what I'm saying? So like, I got artists in New York I might mess with, you know, different cities, and I feel like we homeboys. So you know, but in all actuality, we not. You know what I'm saying? You got to realize that, like, you know what I'm saying? You go to the club. You seen this at the last show. The dudes you see me with, them my homeboys. These other rappers you see me with, like, they don't owe you nothing but a verse.
And that's all they really trying to do.
You gotta realize that, man, because it might be like I don't mess with this dude, and be like, okay, well you ain't gonna mess with him. Like if one of my partners don't mess with somebody, I ain't gonna mess with him. Period. Or you don't mess with him. You can ask them. Like I call Weezy and Quay sometimes. They ask me, hey, you know this dude? Because you know people hit me. You know this dude? You don't know him? I don't know. You know he cool? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I ask my people. I do it when I'm out of town too.
Right.
With the dudes I mess with. Like you know this dude? Like. Artists they not gonna do the same. If they feel like it's valuable, they gonna run with it. I know he don't mess with him, but shoot, I'm finna get this song real quick. And it's kind of like a backstabbing situation, so you can't expect too much out of people.
Bunch of leeches.
Yeah,
that's cold.
It is, but you know, a lot of them, man, it is what it is, man. It's at the end of the day, it's a business.
That part.
You know, so.
Yep, business is straightforward. So, speaking of it. Another shout out to Kenny. Would you rather write the game or would you rather change the game?
Change it.
You rather change the game?
Yeah, because whoever wrote it, it ain't perfected.
It ain't perfected. Oh,
yeah, it ain't perfected. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're an innovator.
Matter of fact, I'd like to be the one who chooses the people who get in the game.
Oh,
you feel me?
You want to be? Oh, you know what?
I want to control the game.
That's
a
brand new thought.
I don't think you deserve to be up in here, man. You got funny ways about you, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
I don't know if you can make the cut.
I don't know if you make the cut.
I got a question though. Would you say the people ain't write it right or they ain't following it right?
Ain't following it. The rules are the rules.
The rules are the rules.
The rules are the rules. People just don't follow them. People try to bend them. People make exceptions for certain things. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, the rules of the game are really cut and dry.
Definitely.
It's black and white.
Simple.
But you know what I'm saying? Everybody's out in the gray area. You know what I'm saying? So
everybody ain't get that good advice that you got this year. Stay focused.
Stay focused.
Everybody ain't stay focused. I still find it funny that is that the time you felt like you're a professional is when you got that first check.
You got paid. Yeah.
That's what make you pro.
So that's what makes you a pro.
Like it's like them chicks, man. It's like a girl. When she out there just doing what she do, she thotting. You know what I'm saying? Once she get that check, man, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? I know I can't cuss, but you know
get that check, man, she started moving up.
You know the peas in the world respect the woman that's getting paid for it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So before that, she just a thought.
You know, so one of my buddies told me one day, he said, and he asked me, what did it mean to be a professional? And I said, because you're good at it? He was like, because you get paid for it? He said, these people get paid for stuff that are not professional. He said, if you can do the job and get the job done no matter how you feel, then that's when you're a professional.
I agree with that.
Yeah, for sure.
I was like, oh.
And I think that comes into the money play, because if you getting some money for it, people wake up every day and don't want to go to work.
Absolutely.
And they go because of that check. So, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. No matter how they feel. I know somebody who went to work today because then they had a cold.
Because they had a cold.
They had a cold. They still went to work. No
Right.
matter how they felt, they still going, you know? So, yeah. That money, man.
So, what kind of things do you see that's going to happen or that's going to be trending upwards in Vegas? You think because they're going to start building movies out, a movie theater, not a movie theater, a movie studio. Universal's making a movie studio out here. The stadium's coming. They got the Las Vegas Aces, the women's basketball team. Um, what's going to be trending the most? Is it going to be music, the sports?
I think the sports is going to make everything trend a lot better. It's going to put eyes on the city and everything.
What about the entertainment industry?
Yeah, everything's going to come. It's going to be like everything's going to come, together as a unit. You know what I'm saying? It's going to start with one. Because once the athletes get here, I mean, who they gonna run with? All the athletes.
Who they gonna run with?
All the athletes. You got to keep it real. Every athlete want to be a rapper or a street dude.
Absolutely.
Every athlete. I ain't never seen no athlete that didn't want to be a street dude or a rapper.
So to be honest, they are. They just happen to slip through the crack.
Yeah, slip through the crack.
You feel? I'm pretty sure everybody in here had them dreams.
You know what I'm saying? So they gonna end up doing that, and then so the way social media is set up, the more support gonna come through. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be it's a good look.
So being there, and by all this coming in, what type of business ventures you plan to start getting into as far buying back the block? What you plan to? I'm pretty sure you got some things up your sleeves or some things you want to do.
Man, right now I'm just taking it one step at a time, trying to build my brand. Once my brand is built, as far as like Made Entertainment, you know what I'm saying? So like just build my brand and go from there. And venture out, you know what I'm saying? Like we got a whole city of people that need to just, need to be heard. So
yeah,
just one step at a time. I don't want to get too deep into what I'm gonna be doing 10 years from now. It's probably gonna be laid up on the beach or something bad. You know
hey, so he says I'm probably gonna be laid up.
Laid up, yeah.
So you do it. So if I were to ask you, where do you see yourself in 10 years from now? You wouldn't have an answer for us?
Yeah. Where I see myself 10 years from now?
Yeah.
Man, completely satisfied with life and what I had going on. Complete success. You know what I'm saying? Complete success. And that's like emotionally, spiritually, and financially.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Anything else that ends with an LY.
Anything else that ends with an LY. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're an interesting dude, man. You every time we have a conversation, man, it's like another layer of the onion comes off, and then there's something else you gotta understand. Like a lot of people don't. I feel like they don't understand you. Yeah. And then they try to understand you.
I mean, people probably just look at the look. You know what I'm saying? Like what goes on from the videos, or even what I'm saying. Or even me. I know I don't look too approachable or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
name a gangster that really do.
Sure, I can't.
I can't. Okay. Well, we got a couple more questions for you before we wrap it up, man. Again, man, I appreciate you coming down, man.
Man, I appreciate y'all having me, man. I was supposed to give it to you a long time ago, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
we couldn't make it happen because of parole and probation, but
parole and probation.
I'm here now, man. I'm here now.
So what? First off, where can we find you at? Like,
man, social media, one Yowda. Just look up my name.
The number one.
Yeah, the number one, YOWDA. You know what I'm saying? You can find me anywhere. My music is everywhere. Apple Music, Tidal. Like, it ain't one site you can't find my music at. Like, my music is everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So that's easy. I'm real easy to find, man. I'm like a McDonald's.
Like a McDonald's.
Yeah, I'm like McDonald's. Man. You can find me down there anywhere.
Speaking of music, what are some of your top tracks? What are some of your favorite tracks that you like?
Really
I was going to ask
for the features.
I was going to ask for the
your
features.
favorite.
I ain't even gonna lie. All the tracks I like the most, don't nobody else like the most.
Which one?
What you mean?
Like I like some, like we was on the way here. We was like, "That's the hardest song you got." I'm like, "What?"
He said,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't even like this one.
I ain't even, I ain't saying that to him. I was like, for real.
What song
you can't tell us the song. Something ain't released. Can we get the song?
It came from the mud. It's coming out on Gang Unit.
Okay.
Yeah. We was like, that's a song, and I kind of was like, this fool crazy. Like,
what you think some of your hard ones is, or some ones that's your favorite, and the partners?
I got one song. I got one song in particular called "Money Home." It was on
HOME. You said Money Home.
Money Home.
Okay.
It was on Coconomics. Shout out to DJ Frank White. It was on Kokonamis, and I feel like that song was really slept on. That's just one song in particular I could bring up. I feel like it was really slept on. You know what I'm saying? Called Money Home. I was supposed to shoot a video for it. Oh dang! You know what? It's another one on. It's another one too.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
That's what you talking about.
Yeah, that's what you know. What Yowda's greatest hits.
Yeah, that's what I want to bring up.
Let me write this in my phone, man. April 3rd,
we getting new ones right now. Man.
And Came From the Mud ain't gonna be on there, Ouija. That ain't no title song.
He said, sorry, he ain't make the cut.
So that mixtape, you explain that energy that you and Mozzie had on that mixtape.
Man, it was really
because he real kind of like, it looked, from hearing his music, it seemed he passionate, he mean it, you know, he's serious about it, and coming from you, it seems that you serious too, especially getting that success, and firstly, you know, seeing people give you that chicken and make you take it serious. How was that?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. Everybody that I done a tape with, or the tape's coming, cause I got a tape coming with Slim 400, I got a tape coming with Arsenal the Rebel, you know what I'm saying, Eastside Peasy in Detroit, I got a tape coming with him, you know, we supposed to be working on something. Like, I had one with Phil and one with Mozzie. It was never my idea.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for real?
Nah, it was always
their idea. It just ended up happening.
It was like with Phil, was like, man, let's just drop a tape.
I
was like, all right, come on. I think he was playing it first, but I was like, man, we finna do this. You feel me? And with Mozzie, me and Mozzie was in the studio one time. He was like, man, we should just drop a tape one time.
Yeah.
You know, that's how he talk. I'm like, come on. So when he said that, I'm like, man, remember what you said? Because he started popping. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, even the numbers from we dropped that tape, I don't get paid from it till like next month.
Yeah.
But I've got more response out of that tape than any tape, because like I'd be out of state and people be like, Yowda? I'd be like, yeah. Man, I was looking up Mozzie to see what he had new, and your tape was the first thing popped up. Y'all tape, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And like the numbers that went on, like people buying it and stuff like that, like, is crazy.
Oh, for real?
Man, what? I ain't gonna lie. Hey, like that tape done more than
a lot
than most of my solo projects. You know what I'm saying?
But that's going back to who you know. Being real,
going back,
being just a genuine. You know what I'm saying? When it's just genuine and things just happen.
Bros, that's bros right there. Yeah, that's bros. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
So you got like a favorite feature that you was on
from somebody?
Yep.
I don't know. Like, probably the dude Young. The song I think is the tightest I got a feature from is like Coming Up or Past?
All time.
I heard
that you've already done.
I know that me and YG had a couple of cool bangers that did pretty good.
Yeah. Well, not even just as far as the how many hits it got.
I got a song with Young Greatness that's coming out that's pretty dope.
Yeah. You already did it?
Yeah. I just don't think a lot of people. He hasn't really had a cool single since that Moolah. Really, but it's a dope song. But probably Young Greatness, and then me and Ross just did one a couple months ago. We're supposed to be shooting a video for it next month. So
okay.
I'm excited about that. It's kind of a laid back mellow track. It ain't really no club stuff or nothing like that. So.
Oh, it ain't no club. It's like so spark something up kind of.
Something laid back. Yeah.
Okay.
When what was it? A Friday when you performed the last time out here downtown? Was that a first Friday?
It was the first Friday.
Okay. What was that song you had? That was a track that it was for the ladies, if I ain't mistaken. I remember you slowing it down one time. It was kind of vibed up.
It's called dang.
And what tape is that on? Is that on one of the tapes?
It's coming out on. Nah, it's not on Gang Unit. Gang
Unit
is
straight Gang Unit. Yeah, okay.
That song, actually, I ain't gonna front. I had a lot of girls DM me about that.
But I watched the crowd.
Yeah, he said, I watched the crowd.
Yeah, I did have a lot of ladies DM me about that. It's an Aaliyah sample.
It sure is.
One in a million.
Yeah,
it's one in a million sample. Yeah, a lot of girls like that. A lot of girls did like that. So. I was actually gonna make a dope video to that. I might, you know what I'm saying, put on me a tuxedo or something. You feel me?
Oh yeah, where you gonna do that? Casino? You gonna be at like on a boat or something?
I might do it on a boat or maybe in the mountains or something. You know.
In the mountains.
Bring baby some flowers or something like that.
Oh.
You feel me? I'm gonna do something. I might put on some slide-on shoes in that one. Man.
Oh, you really about to bring it out there?
Yeah, man. I might.
Tuck in some
Stacey Adams, yeah, man. I'm gonna slide.
Have you ever wore some slide-ons before?
No. Man, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't never even put on a suit except for court.
Oh, for real?
Man.
You gonna have to get fitted, all of that.
It's cool.
You know, I'm a man.
He said,
You feel me? But yeah, I'm gonna make it happen on this one.
Oh, man.
Make it happen on this one. Like I said, I got a couple songs for the ladies coming out. It's gonna be. I should just do a whole album for the ladies.
You should. Why not?
I don't know, man. I don't want to take too many people's girls, man.
Yeah, I don't understand. That means they wasn't there to begin. I tell people all the time, that ain't my girl. It's just my time with her.
I agree.
And so, you know, that's what it is.
Yeah, it's what it is. You know, it's all a game.
And see, my head got messed up anyway, folks, because I don't know if everybody can't have the same story. You know, I wasn't always a cool guy. Probably a lot of times I still ain't the coolest guy. But my girl always was with somebody else, and I didn't want her to be. So like now I don't even be believing girls anymore.
So you saying your girl was always cheating on you?
Always, always. Oh, she always like my partners.
Did she?
Yeah. So now I be like, shit, it's just my turn with her, man. It's just my turn.
I have more problem shaking them than I do them.
Oh, that's a good problem. Then.
Yeah, I have more problem with them leaving.
Well,
me alone
wait,
than
that might not
anything.
be a good problem. Sometimes that sometimes might be a hassle.
It is what it is. You know, I'll take it in stride. But yeah,
All right, so yeah,
I ain't never had too many people leave me or nothing like that.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
I need to have them kind of problems.
Yeah.
So tell us about one story you couldn't shake the girl. What she was trying to do for
Boy,
one time for the one
I
time.
don't know if I want to do that. But yeah, I didn't have a situation. I haven't had in a situation where a chick has really just left me.
She tried to take your keys, blockade your car. And then
Nah, I really ain't had too much drama like that either, man.
Okay.
I ain't really had too much drama. I don't really play them type of games.
I really don't. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
ain't had no too much drama. It's just be like, you know, I mean, I'm a hell of a dude, man. It's hard to let go of me. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I understand where they coming from. They ain't, you know, you only live once. It's hard to, you know. I feel like she only gonna find a person like me once in a lifetime. So I understand where she coming from.
Yeah.
You feel me?
So one more question, man. Or a couple more questions, I should say. Where do you get your confidence from? What was the origins of your confidence, man? We gotta know.
Man, it's just dealing with life in general.
Life gave you confidence?
Yeah, I'm a very blessed
Explain
individual. Just a very blessed individual. So, you know, things usually go my way. You know what I'm saying? So, and if I ain't got it, I ain't scared to work for it. So I always get what I want.
Oh, straight like that. Always get what you want.
Yeah, like I said,
Last time you didn't get what you want.
I ain't scared to work for nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to work for everything. If it ain't given to me, I'll work for it, and I'm gonna get it.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. We got. So you know, next time you perform in South by Southwest, ain't no, you not doing nothing out here coming up this week?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah, not this week.
Man, okay. Oh, last question I wanted to ask.
So, going back,
okay,
I got
shoot.
two things for you y'all about the music. As far as how do you feel about this new music? As far as
Great
just,
question.
you know, just having fun and and if you can change two things about the rap game, what would it be?
The new music.
Oh, put some pressure on them then.
The new music, how do I feel about it? As far as, I think the new music is fine. I think it's the way they're representing themselves is the problem.
When you say new music, like you mean like the mumble
Artists
rap
know what
and-
that new music
Yeah,
means.
no,
When
they're-
you talk
they're
to an
kinda
artist, you say, "Hey, babe, what that new music?" They know what that registers.
I think the way people are representing themselves could be a lot better. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of stuff that shouldn't be condoned. There's a lot of stuff that ain't proper for men and stuff like that. So, you know what I'm saying? I feel like people could be represented better. They could represent themselves better, especially knowing that you're in the eyes of other people. You know what I'm saying?
That part.
Like, you know, so
The youth watch.
yeah, you gotta once you becoming part of the public eye, you have a responsibility.
And that's when you find out who's leaders and who's bosses.
I like that. I like
Or
that.
who's
for
just
sure.
cornballs with some money.
That part.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, what was the last question you had asked?
If he could change two things about the rap game, what would it be?
Two things about the rap game. I wish it wouldn't be so fake. That's it. I just wish it wouldn't be.
I wish it wouldn't be so. I was waiting for the pun.
Nah, that's it. I just wish it wouldn't be so fake, man. I wish it could be allowed. Everybody would be more genuine. You know
So what kind of rule would make everyone be genuine?
I don't know. You know, like you see the videos or
Make videos about how you really live.
like, or you see maybe not so much telling. You see the movies with Suge Knight and everything. Man, every movie they play Suge Knight, Suge was a gangster in every movie you see him in. You know what I'm saying? He ain't never been. Suge was pressing stuff in every I don't care what movie you see. When you see Suge, it's like, what's up, man? You feel me? He pressing stuff.
So you saying that ain't the case? That wasn't always.
Yeah.
Well, it couldn't been always the case.
I ain't saying that. It's just
Couldn't always been the case.
more situations. People letting stuff slide that shouldn't slide. So more situations need to be addressed. More, what was my partner Casanova would say? G checking. Time to G check some of these rules. You know
Time to G check them.
Yeah, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So just a lot of more G checking needs to be applied.
Favorite city to perform in?
Here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, why wouldn't I say home? Man?
Hey, I don't know. You might like MIA.
I like Miami. I like everything,
like
but I like home.
Man. You might like NY. I don't know.
I like New York. I like Miami. I like
the love is
LA.
different everywhere. So
I
you
like
might
all
like
that
Seattle.
stuff,
You
but
might
I
like
like
the Latins, the white girls, the Asians. I don't know.
I like that home love.
No, I like my sisters, man.
Love. Okay, love.
Yeah.
All right. So you got any questions for us before we wrap it up?
Nah, not really.
Oh, not really. Okay. You got any final thoughts today?
Final thoughts, man.
Yep.
Just stay focused, man. That's what
Stay focused,
man. 2018, staying focused.
You know what I'm saying?
Gang unit dropping. You feel me? Dropping after that.
Make sure to go get that. Check that out.
Quaker Dope deal coming out. Ouija Whack Green Team. Stay on the lookout, man. It's gonna be a nice year. Me and Ouija got a crazy joint 762. It's dropping. I've been trying to steal the song from him. It's his song. Man, that shit. That song crazy, my bad. That song crazy.
So the summer about to be lit.
Oh yeah, spring finna be lit. What's this month?
The spring. It's March.
Man, it's
March 1st.
Man, we finna light the candle next week, man.
Oh yeah.
That thing burn. You already know what to do.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to make sure to get all of that. I need that for the studio.
I got some cool singles coming out, man.
Sure.
So we gonna definitely rock out. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get you that clean version too.
Love.
I'm gonna get you that clean version.
Perk, you got any final thoughts today?
Man, I just hope now everybody understand that they can approach the boy Yowda now, man.
Yeah, man, I just look unapproachable, man.
Y'all
it ain't
don't
like
be
that.
intimidated, man. My boy spreading love and giving us a platform, man. So y'all make sure y'all pay homage, man, and give my boy and support the music, man.
You heard Perk.
Love.
Yeah. You heard Perk. Ready to pop off at any minute, man. That's why they call it Perk, man. You feel me?
Make sure you go tune in to Yowda. Yowda1 on IG.
One Yowda, man. Follow me, man. If you need a reason to hate or you just need some
You
inspiration.
need a reason to hate.
Sometimes everybody ain't got a reason to be hating, man. So if you need a real reason to hate, man, just follow me.
Oh, okay. My final thought today is to make sure to remain professional. A lot of times, you may go back and forth or you may feel some type of way, yet when you be professional about the situation, you're going to get it done no matter what. And that's when you're going to get the best out to happen.
Yeah.
For sure. Another thing that's happening, make sure you go over to OverTheTopLv.com. Because if you're looking for those stars behind the bright lights of Las Vegas, you don't got to look no further. We done put Yowda on there several times. He got so many videos on there.
Man, more to come, man.
Man, and we need that too. And they got the painters, the poets, pretty much anybody that's doing anything in Las Vegas, you got to go check out OverTheTopLv.com. Another thing, we need you to get your music over on to the HD2 channel, as well as 91.5 The Source. All you got to do is send in your track, make sure it's edited to a WAV format as well, to TwiceTalkMedia@gmail.com. We're going to start spinning your records over the air. Oh, yeah, don't worry. It's going to be here worldwide, too. And remember, everybody in the world thought twice, it'll be a better place.
Huh?
Love, baby.
You already know.